What if I told you that directly beneath you, right now, miles below that surface, there are creatures so massive, so absurdly oversized, that scientists still don't fully understand how they exist? We're not talking movie monsters. These are real animals, documented, photographed, pulled up from the deep. And here's the wild part. The deeper you go into the ocean, the bigger everything gets. That's not a coincidence. That's not random. There's a reason for this. And once you understand it, you'll never look at the ocean the same way again. Let's go deep. Here's what most people know about the ocean. The shallow parts are colorful, warm, full of life. Clownfish, coral, turtles, the stuff you see on a screensaver. But the ocean has layers. At around 200 meters down, sunlight starts to disappear. We call this the twilight zone. Below that, total darkness, crushing pressure, near freezing water. And the deeper you go, the stranger the life gets. Now here's where it gets insane. Scientists noticed something that nobody could explain at first. The creatures living in these deep zones, they're not just different, they're massive, way, way bigger than their shallow water cousins. Take the isopod. Near the surface, it's basically a tiny bug, maybe the size of your fingernail. You wouldn't even flinch. But go deep enough, it's the size of a football. Same animal, same family, completely different size. Scientists call this phenomenon Deep Sea Gigantism, and it's one of the most fascinating and still partially mysterious things in all of biology. Before we get into the why, let's talk about just how big we're talking. Because I don't think people fully appreciate this. The giant squid lives in the deep ocean, can grow up to 13 meters long. That's basically a school bus with tentacles and eyes the size of dinner plates, the largest eyes of any animal on the planet. For a long time, sailors thought these things were myths, sea monsters. They were not myths. Then there's the colossal squid, which is somehow bigger, heavier, covered in rotating hooks on its tentacles. It lives so deep that we have almost zero footage of it in the wild. The giant isopod. We mentioned this one. Looks like a massive pill bug from prehistoric times. Can go over a year without eating. A year, just chilling in the dark, waiting. The Japanese spider crab. Leg span of up to 3.7 meters. That's wider than a car. Giant tube worms near hydrothermal vents. Can grow over 2 meters tall. They have no mouths, no digestive system. They survive entirely on bacteria living inside their own bodies. How is any of this real? Okay. So clearly something is going on down there. The deep ocean is basically a factory for making things enormous. But why? Here's where it gets really interesting. Scientists have come up with several explanations, and the wild thing is, they might all be true at the same time. Reason number one, the cold. The deep ocean is cold. Like seriously cold. Just above freezing in most places. Now here's the biology. Cold temperatures slow down metabolism. Your metabolism is basically how fast your body burns through energy and ages. When an animal's metabolism slows down, it lives longer. And when it lives longer, it has more time to grow. Think of it like this. Imagine two versions of you. One lives fast, burns hot, dies young. The other moves slowly, barely uses energy, and just keeps going. For decades, that second version is going to be massive by the end. This is called the temperature size rule, and it shows up all over nature, not just in the deep sea. Bigger animals tend to live in colder places. There's a reason the biggest bears, the biggest deer, the biggest wolves are all found in colder climates. The deep ocean takes this to the absolute extreme. Reason number two, The food problem. Food is incredibly scarce in the deep ocean. Nothing grows down there. No plants. No photosynthesis. Basically, everything that deep-sea creatures eat is stuff that slowly drifts down from the surface world above. Dead organisms, scraps, particles. Scientists literally call it marine snow. So imagine trying to survive in a place where your next meal might be days or weeks away. In that environment, being bigger actually helps you survive. A bigger body stores more energy. A bigger body can go longer without food. A bigger body can cover more ground to find food. Over millions of years of evolution, the animals that happened to be larger were the ones that survived long enough to reproduce. And slowly, everything got bigger. Reason number 3. Oxygen. Here's one that surprises people. You'd think the deep ocean has barely any oxygen, right? It's dark, it's cold, there's no sunlight. But in many deep zones, there's actually more dissolved oxygen in the water than in warmer, shallower areas. Why? Because cold water holds oxygen better, like how a cold soda is more fizzy than a warm one. The gas stays dissolved, and more oxygen available in the water means animals can support bigger bodies, more cells, more tissue, more mass. It's like having a bigger engine, but only if there's enough fuel for it. Deep cold water, plenty of fuel. Reason number 4. Nothing is trying to eat you. In shallow water, everything is trying to eat everything. It's chaotic up there. Predators everywhere. Evolution pushes a lot of shallow water animals to be fast and small, because small things are harder to catch. But go deep enough, most large predators don't follow you down there. It's too cold, too dark, too expensive energy-wise. So deep sea creatures face much less predation pressure. They don't need to be small and fast to survive. They can just grow. Slowly. Over decades. When nothing's hunting you, there's no evolutionary reason to stay small. Here's a quick brain flip for you. Because this phenomenon actually works in both directions. You've heard of the deep sea making things bigger. But scientists have also discovered something called island dwarfism. It's the opposite. Animals isolated on islands with limited food and limited space tend to shrink over generations. There were once dwarf elephants on the islands of the Mediterranean, about the size of a large dog. Dwarf mammoths on islands off California. Tiny ancient humans, Homo floresiensis, on an island in Indonesia. It's the same logic, reversed. The environment shapes the body size. Deep ocean with cold temps, scarce food, and low predation pressure equals grow huge. Isolated island with limited resources equals shrink down. Evolution is literally just the environment sculpting animals over time. Now here's something I want you to sit with for a second. We have explored less than 20% of the ocean. Less than 20. The deep sea is the largest habitat on Earth, and it is almost entirely unknown to us. We have better maps of the surface of Mars than we do of the ocean floor. So when we talk about giant creatures down there, we're only seeing what has accidentally crossed our path, or what's washed up dead on a beach. We have no idea what's actually down there. The giant squid, an animal over 10 meters long, wasn't photographed alive in its natural habitat until 2004. The colossal squid? We've never seen a healthy adult in the wild, ever. The deeper and colder and darker it gets, the bigger the mystery gets too. So let's bring it back up to the surface. Why do animals get bigger the deeper you go? Cold temperatures slow metabolism, which means a longer lifespan, which means more growth. Scarce food rewards bigger bodies with better energy storage. Oxygen-rich deep water supports bigger cells and tissue, and no predators means no reason to stay small. All four of these forces hit at the same time, in the same place, and the result is a world of giants hidden miles beneath our feet. And the craziest part? We've barely scratched the surface. Somewhere right now, in water so dark and so cold that light has never touched it, something enormous is moving. And we have absolutely no idea it exists. Yet. If that didn't just break your brain a little, watch the video again. And if you want more deep dives like this, literally, hit subscribe. We've got more where that came from.